Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Freddy's sister location, Custom Night. Okay, we're going to be continuing doing Golden Freddy mode on very hard, and as you guys can see, I'm in my room now. I'm in the new house. My new room. If you saw my most recent video, was the new home tour. So yeah, so here I am. The lighting I think isn't great right now. I'm gonna try and actually get one of those lamps over here, maybe on this thing, and see if I can see if it works over here. But yeah, I'm on this desk right now. I got this new desk and it's really nice. So this is where pretty much all my computer games will be coming to you from, right here. But anyways, without further ado, I haven't practiced this in a little while because I've been moving everything. I've just been busy a lot of the time. So, but anyways, let's get right back into it. As I told you guys last time, I had beaten this. I made that short little vid. You might still not believe me, but whatever. Uh-oh. Alright, guys. There we go. Whew, man. The noise is so irritating. I can still hear it. I just don't want it to be so loud because it'll ruin my eardrums. Because these are actually new headphones, kind of. Because my old ones, when they kind of broke up, one of the earphones stopped working. So I wouldn't even be able to hear Ballora if he was on a certain side. So yeah. Oh no! Ah! Oh man! I saw that! That was Yendo! Man, so Yendo can jump scare you. Okay, cool. They actually kind of saw it that time. I don't usually see it. Damn, he's dead. He's run on twice. Ooh. Alright, let's do this again. Yeah, we're dead. Can't see anything. Oh, what do you know? Oh, what do you know, man? It was Bonnet. It's Bonnet almost every time that kills me. A lot of the time it's just Bonnet and then Yendo. It was getting too dark at that point anyway. I was getting too far behind. What? Why is Yendo jump scaring me now when I'm not even when it hasn't even gone dark yet? He didn't used to do that. Crap. dark. There he goes. Ah! I had it closed, didn't I? Didn't I have it closed? Oh, I was so close too. I was so focused. Dude, I was like, it was like nearing the end of 4 a.m. and I still had like 40% power. Like I'm pretty sure I was pretty confident at that point I probably could have closed all the doors. But I didn't want to like screw up my rhythm either. No! I forgot if it was closed or it was open, so I just opened it. Oh, I opened it for him. God. I forgot if it was open or closed. Oh. Too many things on the mind, man. Yes! Woo! Yes, there you go. Told you guys I could beat it. I already had beaten it. And I just did it again. Now, there was a cutscene after this, and I didn't watch it because I wouldn't want to ruin it for myself.
It's me, Michael.
Okay, I haven't seen this yet.
I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Fazbear's Fright. Springtrap. Right, that was Springtrap. I said Fazbear's Fright. Cool. Well, there you guys go. Right there. I just beat it. And that was, oh my god. Toward the end of that, dude, I'm gonna say, yeah. Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna have a little tutorial right here. I'm gonna give one. I'll probably have my gameplay over it while I do this. So basically the premises of this night is when you first try it, it's gonna seem really hectic and you're gonna be like, oh wow, this is impossible. There's too much going on. How am I meant to keep track of all this? But it's actually not too bad at all. It's not like the worst FNAF 20 mode or Golden Freddy mode ever. Just as long as you keep up and you keep focused. Once you get like the rhythm of the night and how everything works and how to kind of get a procedure or rhythm going, then you'll probably be fine. Be completely fine. It's when you break that rhythm is when you start lagging behind, and if you're too far behind, then you'll be dead. You can catch up if you fall behind, but it's very hard to. So I guess I'll go over each of them kinda. The main thing is keeping Yendo under control. Also make sure you hit that Bonnie nose, but that was only kind of a big problem for me because I was doing it with pretty excess amounts of lag, especially while I'm recording. It was sometimes hard to hit that bonnet nose with the frame rate. For you, it should be easier. But anyway, Yendo is a big problem. He's probably the worst one on this night, in my opinion. And I think he's a problem for a lot of other people too. And that was also kind of harder for me because I had lag, but you know. When Yendo appears in a room after you put the monitor down, you have to put it back up to make him go away, clearly. So he'll drain your oxygen, and he'll drain it really, really fast. I would say it'll go down about like 30% in a second, or half a second even. So you have to be really quick and at the ready with that Yendo flip. So make sure you do it immediately, first priority. Even if Lolbit's on the screen and Bonnet's on the screen at the same time, take care of Yendo first, because being able to see is the most important thing in this night above all else. Okay, second thing, Foxy. Funtime Foxy. Foxy, you should pay attention to her, but she's not too big of a threat because she only ran down and hit my door once on the night that I beat it, and she does drain power, but she doesn't drain that much. I haven't really counted how much she does each consecutive time she hits your door, but it's not that much. You don't have to conserve power so much that it has to be perfect. I mean, again, once you get into that rhythm, you'll be good and you shouldn't even have to worry about power. I mean, I finished that night with maybe about 30% power, maybe a little less. In fact, around the start of 5 a.m., I had all the doors closed, basically, and I still managed to beat it. But you still want to keep that rhythm. Okay, up next, Funtime Freddy. Okay, he's pretty easy. He doesn't attack all that often, like we've kind of seen him in the previous hard modes when he's been on 20. But you gotta pay attention to when he does attack, or send Bonbon down. and just make sure you know what side he's on. I've actually had no problem with knowing where he is, but maybe that's just me. What I do is I kind of say in my head, okay, he's on the left now, when he goes to the left, or okay, he's on the right. And I try to do it every time he says one of his quotes, along with footsteps running back and forth. And even if you do forget where he's gone, you can just listen for the next time he moves, for his next move, and listen to the footsteps, and you'll hear which side the footsteps travel to, so you know where he is. But normally you should try and keep that in your memory anyway, because he always alternates each time he moves. Okay, Valora. She's pretty much the same thing as Funtime Freddy. It's just knowing which side she's on, which is easy because of the music, and just knowing when she's an actual threat and when she's too close. It's pretty simple, both Valora and Freddy. Just make sure for Freddy, especially when there's Lolbit and Bonnet and Yendo all at the same time, you just know, just in case he does command Bonbon to attack in the middle of that, you get that door down in the midst of all the craziness. And I know it's hard sometimes. It's happened to me once or twice. It's happened to me a couple times where I've been stressed and just closed all the doors out of panic. And I've still been fine on power up until that point. That point forward. However, just make sure you know which doors you have down while you're in the camera, so that you don't accidentally open it up for one of them when they come for you. Because sometimes you think that door was open previously and you had just closed it, but it was actually closed before and you had just opened it and let your little friend in. One more thing on Foxy, I forgot to put in, one more thing to add for Foxy. You should look at her every time you go into the camera. Basically, you shouldn't be spending too much time out of the camera at one time, because that's what gives Foxy the okay to emerge further from her curtain. If you keep track of her at a consistent rate like I do, she might not even show herself at all that night. So you gotta pay attention to him, or her, sorry. But if you've already gotten used to checking her frequently, then it should be no problem for you. Next on the list, okay, Biddy Bab. Just make sure, she's pretty easy. Just listen for the audio cues. You don't even need to listen for her dialogue cues. Just make sure you hear the vent sound, because that's when she's close to you and she's a threat. Yeah, when you have doors closing and bringing up the monitor and the electric shocking noises going on, it can sometimes be easy to miss that vent bump noise. And I've gotten killed maybe 2 or 3 times because I swear I hadn't heard the vent noise. But besides that, it's pretty easy to hear, and just hit that W key. By the way, speaking of the W key, you should definitely be using the keys for this. It would be a lot harder to do without them, because this way you can close doors while you're in the camera, instead of having to scroll the screen and hit the button, which is usually covered up by the menu arena 2s anyway. Also, you can type LOL for Lolbit while on the camera. Yes, Lolbit. Yeah, while on the subject, Lolbit is pretty simple. Lolbit is, well, just make sure you know when she's there, even though she doesn't have like any real set pattern for appearing. Just keep in mind that if she hasn't appeared in a while, you can kind of even predict her next appearance. It's worked for me. I think in my head, I haven't had to type LOL in a while. Let me just type LOL right now while I'm in the camera and see if she's there. Oh, what do you know? She was there. You know? But normally you should be able to see it pretty easily, and the mini arena 2 shouldn't block it too much. And then the mini arenas and Electrobab are pretty self-explanatory. Just try to be quick as you can with switching between the cameras and shocking them, even if you have lag like me. And that's the whole thing. Power shouldn't be an issue as long as you're not spastically closing doors for too long at random times and getting too panicked. The main thing is oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Yendo is a huge hindrance to your oxygen. You need to take care of Yendo as soon as possible when he's there. Don't lag behind with your oxygen. As you probably noticed towards the end of the attempt where I beat it, it was starting to get pretty dark and I was getting very nervous. In fact, I was actually kind of starting to breathe heavy to try to keep myself going. Now, one thing on Yendo here, one last thing. It can be weird because Yendo appears almost every time you lower the camera, but there's about a 30, maybe perhaps 25% chance that he won't be there when you lower the camera. And you probably noticed me doing it a couple times, since I was so used to almost automatically jerking the camera back up every time, thinking that he'd be there, that sometimes he's not there and I twitch it back up anyway from instinct. And then I'll put it back down after that quickly, and then he'll actually be there that time, which sometimes got me off my pattern. But anyway, that's my long detailed guide on how to beat this 1020 mode and my strategies on it. Just letting you know, I didn't look up any walkthroughs, even though I said I would. This is just what I've gathered from my experience alone playing this, and I'm happy with myself because it didn't take me too long to beat. This is only the 3rd episode on this mode, when I'd also previously beaten it off camera once. But anyways, that concludes my Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location playthrough. I might maybe do maybe another concluding video on Sister Location, maybe like some like the theories and stuff like that, because I'm not sure if I got quite enough into it. I did kind of on that last episode where I kind of showed the endings, but there still is a couple things that I might not be so clear about, and I can maybe kind of elaborate on that if you guys want me to. You can leave that in the comments below. Tell me if you want me to explain more about that. But anyways, it'll probably switch back to me on Facecam now in real time. So hey guys, well, thank you guys for watching, and it was a stressful time, but it wasn't that bad. If you guys are looking, you guys, I'm pretty sure if I can beat it with this lag, any of you guys can beat it. So good luck to you guys out there beating it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Or I don't know what I'm probably gonna start a new playthrough with Dana soon, probably Mario Party 8. I'm thinking of trying to do that. And I might do a couple other things on the computer. I think maybe playing like some like the old like GBA games. Like I have like an online emulator kind of thing, or like some like the old like NES games that I might not have at my house, or like some of the old SNES games on the computer, because that'd be kind of cool as long as there's not too much lag, which there might be because it's online. But anyways, you guys can give me suggestions also if you want. Feel free to. But besides that, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with me through this entire game. And this is the end of Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. So, and I beat 1020 mode. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.